Man, I just got up. I'm gonna go. Listen, you ever heard of? Listen, Central Intelligence, or I would say like Federal Bureau, CIA, FBI, certain other things in international security. Everything I was speaking about this morning was real, right? Now I'm gonna explain something to you, right? I woke up to the funniest thing a certain type of way, right? A person says, "What happened?" I said, "Yo, listen, man. I have to go get something, so I'm gonna just tell you just like this. I woke up, then I seen a commercial. Hold on for a second. Let me tell you what commercial I seen that you have to check a certain type of way because why is that even on a commercial? That's what I'm thinking about right now. And the commercial and how they did the commercial, and then I woke up and Star Wars was on, right? Now the television, the movie Star Wars was on. I woke up to a commercial, and then I'm thinking about individuals' intent in time, and how was this commercial even on television a certain type of way, right? Last night I went for like a little walk, right? And then when I went for the walk last night, you know, I'm gonna tell you some. Hold on for a second. I almost threw up. Must be a real immaculate man. How sexy I look, right? In the morning, man. And I didn't even look at that. And that, you have people, I think you got real bad people around you a certain way. Then let me tell you what it is. Now, you know, my shorty probably showed me something. Funny thing is, I got but let me just show you something, right? I woke up, I woke up this morning listening. Last night I went for a walk because of my foot. And the way I went for the walk, it was funny because like I be looking at this place. I don't know if it was a bar or something because I always see like a fire. It looked well. The other guy noticed it too. He said it's always look like a fire, but I didn't want to walk. I tell you the truth, I don't go places like that because I don't want to walk over there. But because another person wanted to see if it was like a bar or something, or some type of lounge or something, because it looks like people be partying like over there at night, like they buy some bar or some place that everybody keeps going like they partying. So last night I went for a walk for my foot because usually I go jogging, but I went for a walk for my foot. And when we went to go see, by the time I got there, going over there, it looked mad far. But when we looked, it wasn't a bar. It was some type of wild what's it called? Wild something. It was, the guy said he looked at the door on the side because I didn't want to go too close over there because when we got there, it looked like a little house or something, but we couldn't. I didn't see. It looked like a little house, but I didn't want to go further because it looked like somebody's house and stuff. So I stopped at a distance. So I was like, yo, let's get the fuck out of here. And plus, when I looked to the side, I seen mad paw prints. I just seen mad all type of. It was called wildlife or something. So wildlife keep. I don't know what it is, but I seen mad paw prints going right across like the road into like bushes, like mad paw prints. And I'm like, yo, listen, let's get the fuck out of here because when I seen it, the guy was like, now let's go look. And then the light came on and he walked closer because he wanted to go see because, it looked like a house, but then it looked like something else because you could see like they had some type of mural or a mural of like if a person's walking somewhere and then about I guess it's like it tells you about the social area a certain type of way. It's like a billboard or a bulletin board or something that tells you about different things that you need to know and stuff. I didn't want to walk too close to it either because it was nighttime, and then I seen all the paw prints and stuff, and it looked like fresh track paw prints, and it was had snow on the floor where we was a certain type of way. So I was like, yo, let's get the fuck out of here because if some wild animal comes over here, I got what I'm saying, I gotta make sure that I'm okay. So I don't want to go too close, and I don't know what the fuck is going on over there, and then I want to go next to the place, but it was some type of business or something because it had that's a business sign, but it looked like a house, but it had the business sign, and then it had the bulletin board and the mural, and it had little whatever it was telling you a certain type of way. So after he looked and checked it, I'm like, yo, listen, man, let's get the fuck out of here. So I'm looking, but then I heard like some all type of growling, like mad growling coming from the bush. So, but nothing came out like it was. Nothing came out like nothing was gonna. It didn't. Nobody came out like they were gonna attack. You know what I'm saying? So it, thank the Lord for myself and stuff, because I'm like, yo, listen, if for some reason, if it was just one of us, like if the other guy had went by himself, if the other guy had went to, if the other guy had went to go look by himself, oh my pardon my back, felt like the sharp pain in my back just now. If the other guy had went by himself, he would have looked like, what I'm saying, he probably would have got attacked. And I never went over there because I've been here for mad long, and I don't want to go to places like that because you have the way to go over there. It looks, you gotta cross all type of stuff and all type of things, but you never know. You never know about in case of emergency something happens. One has to know their social area, so it's just like you don't want to be somewhere and then you don't know the social area, and then you end up a person ends up stuck because say something happens, like something happens, and then international security is in danger, or something happens and a person got to make maneuvers. You got to at least know where you're going. You don't want to end up somewhere you don't know where the fuck you're going, and you don't know nothing about the place or see nothing about the scenery, and it say international security comes, and then they have to line up the place a certain type of way, and they need somebody to show them a certain type of, this, you might go over here, you might have to go over here, this is over here, so a person, at least for themselves, because they could pick anybody, so it could a person has to know their scenery to even inform individuals what they're looking for, or where they're going and what to be careful at. You know what I'm saying? So a person has to know even for themselves, because if something happens in any other type of way, a person has to be able to make maneuvers another type of way without even being in danger. So a person has to realize these type of things. So, but I don't go over there because, if I was driving a certain type of way, then I would have went over there. But I wasn't driving, so I don't really walk over there. And plus, I had a feeling that there was some type of wildlife over there and stuff. So I was like, because the way it looked like there was some wildlife over there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the reason why I don't go over there. Because, at night, it don't make no sense. If a person gonna do something during the day, you can walk somewhere during the day, because you're the keen senses, even to the wildlife, they can even visually see you, and your life won't be in danger, because there is a during the day there where it could be anything during the day. But if it's predatorial, and then you have wildlife at night, and say they didn't eat for the night, or and they didn't eat for the day or the night, you don't want to get caught up. You don't want to get caught up with some wildlife in the middle of the night somewhere, and then next all type of shit happens. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't want to end up with blood on my hands. Killing some fucking animal or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, listen, man. I had to, I had to just leave out there, because when we went over there, and then I heard all that growling, I was like, oh, I was like, at least it's two of us. But yo, bro, that shit touched me, man. I'm breaking this shit up. You're gonna see things that you never seen with me before. I'm just end up breaking this shit the fuck up. Like, you wouldn't even believe how fast I'll get at this shit. Like, this shit'll be attacking me, and I'll be maliciously taking my anger on whatever it is, and I'm literally gonna break it the fuck up. Because I'm gonna fuck if it was a lion or something that shit attacking me. I'm fighting back, and like lion's gonna be like, what the fuck? This nigga really getting at? I'm gonna be getting at the lion for real. It's gonna be the lion is gonna know his place. When it comes to me, I'm gonna show you where your place is, nigga. You're a fucking animal. I'm a human being. So, beyond your existence, I'll be moving so faster than the lion. For real. You'd be surprised. So, then, but the guy was with me and stuff. So we heard all the growling. We kept it moving and stuff. Then, as we went back, I'm like, yo, listen, it was a good troop over there, but I usually go for a walk at night, because my foot started cramping while we were walking and stuff. And I said, yo, listen, I'm feeling like a little cramp. I said, let's go for a little walk, because I ain't going to go to the house and my foot feel uncomfortable like that. So I was like, yo, listen, let's just go for a little walk a little further and stuff. I was like, let's go walk around. I was like, yo, I usually walk around. So I said, he was like, yo, what you told me? I said, I usually walk around, let me show you. And I showed him where I'll be walking around and stuff. Because, if something happens at night, I at least gotta let other people know that where I go a certain type of way. So if something happens and they don't see me, they'll be able to find me a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? So I went with him, and I showed him like the way I walk, the place and the round I walk and stuff. So, if something ever happens, he can find me and stuff. Or, it just I went for a walk, because I just wanted somebody to go to walk for me, because he was gonna go inside. But I was like, yo, if you want to continue, let's go for a walk, because I go jogging. I want to go start going jogging, but I can't go jogging because of the way my foot was feeling. So I was like, yo, let's go for a walk, because when it feels like that, I have to work out my foot. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let's go for a walk. I'm not gonna go to the workout center and go apply extra pressure on my foot a certain type of way, because I gotta make sure, because my foot, it might have been fractured before. So I gotta make sure the pressure to my foot is a certain type of way. It gotta have its own balance for a certain type of way without applying extra pressure. And then you never know individuals' intentions in other places. Now, let me explain something to you again. So, last night we go for a walk and stuff. We going for a walk, run into this guy. He asks us where we going. where he coming from. You know, guy was drinking. He had a good time for himself. He was having a good time for himself. You know, individuals go wherever they go. But anyway, we get back to the house, and then I made the documentary about you know, this last night. So feeling like some type of pain in my. I don't know if I slept uncomfortable, woke up, but I was comfortable when I was sleeping. So I don't know what it is. Something else must be happening somewhere. And then you have Star Wars on right now. So you got individuals. I don't know if people are trying to learn physics or science, and they're being stupid with the physics that they're learning. But I'm not gonna shift the planet a certain type of way. So until I'm ready, that's nobody's business. And just like I'm gonna be speaking about, like I was speaking about at Federal Bureau, FBI, international security, CIA, Central Intelligence, and all type of things. I don't wanna speak about certain things because how in physics, if somebody wants to check somebody's status a certain type of way in the physical reality to know if a person's of, I told you I'm the one that educated international intelligence. I'm the one that started a long time ago the Federal Bureau and Central Intelligence. So Central Intelligence go beyond what a person next thing. It was so real, a person might have called me cross or born. A person might be like, "What born identity was me?" You really think the system tried to warn you about me ahead of time and telling you if anything happens in international security, you got to find me a way. And who you think Jason? A person will say, "What do you think Jason Bourne is?" It's me, Boogie Night, Jason Bourne, your nightmare and shit. Cross himself. You know what I'm saying? The first one, the real cross. On the cross, the Father, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, it all in one is a representation of a cross. That's what it is. The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, all in one and stuff. A man of honor of like the Trinity. But anyway, last time I was making the documentaries about this, right? So as I'm as I'm as I'm over here, going about my situation and stuff. This morning I woke up, I was watching Charmed and all type of stuff, fell asleep watching Charmed, Supernatural and them came on. And then let me show you. Because another person, another person might be checking the date and time.
Of course it was. You have the stomach for it.
Well, everybody.
Because you have international terrorists on the television stations also, that be maneuvering. Because if you have international security, you have to have the parallel, right? So you have to oh, see, look at that. I'll just feel, and then you got somebody else. You gotta be careful.
We got a session. Let's talk about you looking for chicken during the.
And that's funny because of what's happening with my back and stuff, right? And I was turning on the television. I did wasn't, physics. So
And I'm gonna do the.
Chill comes over the mountains in Ashe County.
you see this bitch right here? I'm gonna show you. These people that look like terrorists. That's all. And they're in a certain scenery of a park, and then.
You once compared me to my cactus man. Well, every so often, that prickly little thing puts out a flower that some people think.
Remember the comedy movie with that guy? Secret agent, man. Secret.
After I graduated high school, and if you're a guy over 40, text 32132.
Anyway, let's go. Let's go to me show you what I was speaking about. Oh, wait.
Something for everyone.
Another person trying to set me up using the remote, right?
That's an aggressive yellow.
Pretty great, huh?
If you're a banana.
I find it very appealing. Kellogg's Raisin Bran with bananas. 2 scoops eat real banana slices.
They want to get at individuals I was speaking to last night, and they're probably signaling them a certain type of way, and that's people doing funny things and stuff. And then look, they're going after the council, but the Magi council's off a certain place behind the kids, so they're endangering the kids for some reason because of this chick, this stupid bitch right there, that done disrespected the reason of even it's just like she just wanted to know where the Jedi Council was and stuff. So the bitch just murdered. The bitch just go after physics got the individuals fucking up a habitation.
Here to help you take on today.
The sports world was a man.
With hair cream.
Anyway, I don't deal with the comfortability of individuals gathering a certain type of way of the ignorance and stuff, right? But say for instance, like the bitch Princess Leia. You remember I told you H.A. Lane, the stupid bitch, H.A. Lane. You have bitches that's dumb in life a certain type of way, and the things that a person does, I'm putting them away sooner or later, for real. So I don't even care about certain things because if a person wants to know my reason for certain things, I have real reason. You have another person haven't been paying attention to the things I've been speaking about. Probably, don't ask me too many questions about stupid bitches that just want a form of power, like they just wearing dresses, and then they just want to wear out certain astrological empresses and causing negative emotions already, and from craft. But anyway, this is what I was speaking about when I woke up and stuff. I'm looking on a commercial and shit, right? Now this goes to Federal Bureau, Central Intelligence, International Security, and even down to the military and army and all type of stuff. Listen to this, right? Now this is another individual you got to catch and shit. The individual driving a train. Now, this is a person signaling somebody that I'm going outside, and he's just waiting for a moment, like he's signaling somebody. You need to go and find that person, who that is, and stop that train that keeps doing that. Because I don't, if international security is coming outside, and I'm the beginning of all physics, you don't want a person signaling other people that is a fucked up already a certain type of way in a social economic setting, and that's already fucking up people's intelligence, and it's like they're spying on international security. Now you have individuals that's running a natural network spying on the real security a certain type of way, and the nigga keeps on fucking honking his horn on the train every time I'm about to make a move to go outside. So you need to literally, if you're international security, you need to stay a distance, and you need to view the situation for yourself when the situation is happening. And most likely, if I'm hearing it at another time, that nigga's already doing it to you because he's just doing it level in physics, because whoever's doing it is a criminal already in the social economic system, and it's just manipulating individuals for their habitation and stuff. So think about it. So now, let me tell you how real this is, right? I'm looking on the commercial and stuff. I woke up to a girl, they asking them what do they feed their pets, and then they reading off a list. You remember the movie, like the Narc list, like in Mission Impossible? The chick is reading off a list. She's like, yo, I feel gluten free, this, that, and the other. And then the bitch said, Rodley or something, Lee Rod or something, and then she said Barley Lee, no, she didn't say Lee Bar. She said Barley, like she's doing some witchcraft, showing you, and she's doing it on a commercial, but she's trying to be a charismatic, and it was literally witchcraft. Bitch probably from Arizona, some stink pussy ugly. Pardon me, Caucasian people, and pardon me, people of equality of society, and people of depth value. Pardon me for about what I'm about to say, because I don't know what social social marketing that you're already in a certain type of way. Because once you see international security, even on the television, it'll have to be, the parallel has to be around it the same type of way. But either or it could be just a commercial with just literally literal terrorist that's already good. In physics, if they made a movie like Mission Impossible, in a time sequence, you're gonna have people repeatedly going after Central Intelligence. Those people are individuals that's infiltrating Central Intelligence in a level of physics continuously in a time sequence. So you got to be careful with certain things because it's just like a person trying to find out. Hey, it don't matter. I'm just telling you, if a person, be careful what you're looking for. You might run into people that you don't even expect to run into, and then you might like really be in danger and stuff. Because even when the system needs the real security and it's called for help, it has to do it a certain type of way. Be very careful and stuff because you'll be watching one thing and you have no idea another person to be so nice a certain type of way. They don't even be around a person how they gonna get a person a certain type of way. So it don't even matter. But anyway, if you have individuals in a time sequence going after Central Intelligence, like the way they did it in Mission Impossible, so it'd have to be literal terrorists that would have to break down Mission Impossible, just like in the movie when they were framing Justin Timberlake. Because they forced him into a situation to frame him a certain type of way. And then on top of it, the people that did it was already of high society and they set up a scenario just to see the go abouts of his intelligence of his habitation. So another person already was a professional in chess, and they were just chessboarding and making sure a certain type of way the way he go about it because they wanted to know his type of acknowledgement because whatever situation of their gathering or whatever the way they were going about their situation and stuff. But anyway, it don't even matter. But listen to what I'm telling you. If you have Now, listen to what I'm telling you. The video stop. I played it again. It's 2:27. Now, let me show you something. PM. If you have individuals going after, you see. Now I'm gonna show you the date. Now I'm gonna show you the date and time and stuff. So you're gonna have literally somebody probably gonna manipulate the digital system, and it's just like doing it through levels of frequencies of light. So you have somebody that's probably knows about the crystal ball, that probably knows some type of high magic, or some timekeeper that's doing certain things, and on top of it, it doesn't want the other timekeepers know, so it's gonna do some more even the movie Pre-Crime is gonna have the natural physics playing out in the physical reality. That ain't that fucked up, right? See? That's why the camera probably stopped and it continued because another person's trying to cut the footage before another person hears the acknowledgement what I'm teaching you, and it's happening live on YouTube, so. Look at this. These are the people that went after international security before.
Credit card envy? Go to comparecards.com. Jackson with
the bitch on Angie's list. You know the bitch that's on. I'm looking for is the bitch on Angie's list. She was the one that went after international security and
It's the
shit.
#1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC.
Okay, great.
The whole bitch is mad because the bitch is a whore. She's mad, so she's marking an individual because a person's being honest a certain type of way, and then on top of it, she been trying to fuck up people's acknowledgement because of the social economics. She's not even supposed to be in the social economics. This bitch is on Friends, just doing some fucked up physics and shit. And the reason why is because they were using H, Shayla, and Liv and shit. So they're going after certain families of certain equality. They're trying to break into people's habitation. If you see things like this happen and they're going after central intelligence, that means they're going after an astrological tree of certain habitation, and the individuals are moving in a majority of biohazard debris diseases doing that. So be very, look at that.
from 50 cents from a cup of coffee to $800.
And I'm just speaking about something else, but it could be,
proper medical intervention. A baby
something
born
of lower
20
quality.
25 weeks survives, can survive.
U.S. house
And
funding,
now we're
closed
all
federal
looking for it. And I think that's really
dependent
disgusting. I
units.
wish
And
you would
a
shine
person's
light
just trying to bankrupt. They're mad at a person's finances, and they're trying to find out how a person's getting paid and doing certain things because they're trying to take over stupid bitches. Stupid bitches that's not even supposed to be in my social economic system, see?
United States persons must evacuate immediately, and there are questions about whether the military might step in.
I want to do it. When you're going to do it, how I want to do it, especially with her.
I have nothing to say to you, dude.
Dude, we've been friends for a long time.
Exactly. I helped you get. I lived in Tennessee for a year. We were miserable working in a
You know what,
freaking
though?
kitchen.
None of that
Got a better job.
None of that matters.
So you got people doing witchcraft, spiking people's drinks, and then getting them to go at each other. Stop. You have them spiking people drinks, getting them to go at people doing funny things. Should never put his hands on the other guy.
Here though, this relation,
He should never put his hands on it.
I mean,
This chick did it on purpose. Look at that. She looked like she was cock confusion. She looked like she already caused cock confusion. And it's probably not. It's not the purity of somebody. It's just somebody's fucking up the habitation of the empress, and then the empress being spiteful. Yo, sometimes you have empresses that be spiteful certain type of way, and then yo, listen, I can't explain certain things because sometimes they be framing real empresses a certain type of way of a certain habitation, and then you have individuals that's normal a certain type of way. Yo, if you did Salem, the people that did Salem have a bad energy following them a certain type of way because they framed innocent high acknowledgement of the habitation a certain type of way. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful of what you do with certain people, man. You know, I don't even want to tell you about certain things. Don't worry about it. It's just
McHenry, Macintosh, McLean.
they trying to crack the screen and they threatening the digital system.
Sheridan.
He just threatening the digital system. You see, the way they did it because they said it was gonna happen a certain type of way. It's like people pinpointing the digital system. Look at that. Yo, my nigga, science is not witchcraft, but you do have physics where a person could torment a person in a certain type of level of physics to show you that the mythology is real a certain type of way, but it has nothing to do with witchcraft. Once you start tampering with science, then I'm sorry, bro. You know, you might be a real international security danger to the natural habitation of the people. And you know, me, I'm in real international security, so a person would just have to be put a certain type of way. I used to run the correctional facility. The international security knows I ran the correctional facility. I'm not gonna tell you the format how to run a correctional facility or how to run international security because I'm the only one that really knows. But I'm not gonna tell you, even on social economics. So I'm the only one that really knows what to do, even when it comes to the stars. And the stars may have done something that fucked up already. So be careful. So I'm not gonna tell you the format how to run international security, and you're not gonna force me to tell you how to run international security because I'll tell you how to do things for equality, for the development. But if you have people going after people finances and trying to reset the future, it's like I already set the future. So if you have people trying to cheat people out of their physics of equality and resetting the future another type of way and just trying to, it's just like resetting their phone or resetting individuals making a person do something over a certain type of way. The way they did it was on SanDisk because I had to do so many videos over and over, and it happened a couple times even with this YouTube. I had to do certain things over and over, and I continue. I did it though, but I did it precisely. But the way I gave the information the first time was it was so authentic that a person wouldn't believe it. But then I had to, because if a person's frustrating one's emotions, you got to look at the physical condition. I'm the real Bruce Lee. I'm the real Magi Lee. I'm the real Magi Chin. I'm the Emperor Chi and all time. So you got to look at my physical conditions. Even if physics is going to play out, even backwards and forwards, sideways, parallel, is going to play out a certain type of way in physics. So another individual is looking for the paradigm. Those are people that's trying to take down international security because they're not supposed to be a part of my economic equality. And if they already did wrong, they haven't been captured or acknowledged a certain type of way where the energy wants to catch them and it's their deterioration. I'm not going to explain to you about physics because I am the real Rada, real Osiris, but what I was explaining to you about, chicks speaking certain things is because I was watching Charm. Did you ever have somebody do a magic trick or a magic act and then they got to cover their tracks because the acknowledgement of the social atmosphere, of the social economics, some of the children that might not be ready for that type of acknowledgement. So one has to cover and show them a form of physics to see if they want to get into something else when it comes to science, want to achieve other things and other habitations in their social being before the development, before they learn about the reason of their higher quality of their metaphysics or their higher conscience of their reality when it comes to their anatomy or or matter or their social or their habitation of themselves. So one has to be careful the way you educate individuals a certain type of way. But you have literal terrorists that know certain things that already went wrong and then just want to go certain place and they're just going off the certain type of emotion and they don't want people to know what's going on a certain type of way because they're trying to cause a dominance or world dominance when it comes to habitation and then they just, mixy, funny with the situation. So when I was explaining the things about Charmed, about, the light figure, the light lamp and the street light coming in the room, the glare, and then next thing you know, the flapping of the flag, and looking like a certain type of acknowledgement when it comes to individuals they're viewing, secret cameras or whatever funny type of situation, that they would be able to know the difference a certain type of way without the uncomfortability of certain things, So a person says, yo, listen, it's gonna be so real where you're gonna have a dispensary machine, right? This is what I'm gonna do. You're gonna have a dispensary machine like cans, where it's gonna come with like an iPhone glass capping for when you open in your can, because you know how you open a can and you just don't want to walk around with your can exposed. It's gonna come like an iPhone glass capping, right? It's gonna look like a hologram, but it's really a camera and stuff. And then the ridges of the can of like right here is gonna be a screw on, like a camera. Then you see how people put cans, you could buy cans and put stuff in cans and then walk around with it. But listen to this. This is gonna be like an iPhone. It's gonna already come like an iPhone. The can it's gonna be for international security, so it's not gonna be expensive for individuals' acknowledgement, because individuals are gonna want to know the habitation of an individual if you're monitoring them, if you're a doctor. So you have to do certain things in the level of physics. So the can is gonna be like a screw top. So you're gonna screw. It's gonna screw off the top. It's gonna have a part of it like a lens where you can take it off and cover for, even for your fingerprints, so it'll acknowledge instantly if it's you buying the can. It'll know who was bought the can, and then you can touch the top, and then they'll know your fingerprints or register and all type of things. The can will probably be like $1.25. It won't be more than $1.50, or in certain vending machines probably like $3, because this is really international security. International security got to keep it sacred and simple for the income, for the revenue. So you'll have a can where you put a lens cap on it, and then you'll have a certain covering, and then you could literally screw. It's like, listen to this, when you're about to bring it to recycle, like somebody's gonna recycle, is gonna be recycling the can. You unscrew the can, the top, the lens cap. You're gonna be able to. You have a coin slot. You're gonna coin slide it inside the recycling machine. It's gonna have a coin slot for the deposit in the recycling machine, and then you have international security or a certain police precinct sending people with like a vendor that goes and gets the box, and then it ships it to Central Intelligence, the Federal Bureau, into how can I say this even Eternal Affairs, all type of things, and it sends it to the individuals, and then it's monitored a certain type of way and stuff, just to make sure of a person's acknowledgement. Because if they're watching somebody's acknowledgement a certain way, because somebody might be chipped up, then you have people living like cannibals. So you have to have a little extra in your social society of extra little forms of security for the acknowledgement of individuals, where you don't want to burden another person's life because they got to pay attention and endangering their habitation. It's just like you don't want to cause or create stalker mentality a certain type of way. So you got to be careful the way you monitor certain people and stuff. And so, it's going to be done a certain type of way, but it's going to have like little cans that have like a lens cover and a screw. So when after you're done with the can, you just screw off the top. So when you're doing recycling, or whoever's doing recycling, they're going to pick it up like this is why sanitation is getting paid money a certain type of way ahead of time. So it won't be nothing funny a certain type of way. So if they're doing certain things, they won't crumble it. Like sooner or later, when sanitation's coming around, it's not going to be a dump truck crusher. You're going to have individuals that's going to come with a certain type of sanitation recycling truck, and they just throw the bags in the recycling, and then they just keep it moving and stuff. Because a person got to sit somewhere now. When the truck pulls in, it has a certain key code that you have to get it, and then next thing you know, because the truck is going to be monitored, it's going to have cameras on it, but it's going to have a certain key code where you got to put in. A person got to come in there, and they're gonna have a department where you sit down and every day unscrewing people, opening the bags. This way, your bag, the bags might be labeled. Like when a person's at a certain address, a certain block, the sanitation got to come out the truck, press in a certain code to let you know they're at a certain frequency, and the camera is going to already be monitoring sanitation. So the recycling of sanitation, so they press in a certain frequency or a certain code of the area that it's supposed to be, because they're going to have a route, so they're going to know a certain code of the area at the time, because it's going to be different. It's going to keep switching a certain type of way according to the database or whatever. You're gonna press in the button, and then next thing you know, a person comes when they get to the depot. A person comes, takes the bag, and they gotta sit there, and then you wear gloves and then slide it in and slide it in, and then they're being monitored a certain type of way they do stuff like that, because that's for international security. Little things of equality to help the economic revenue of the future continue having recurrent receptive cycle and revenue in the physical reality. So you have to make sure you do certain like things like that in physics. So you got to be very careful. And like I said, so but I was watching something on a commercial. This chick was using some form of witchcraft, and then she was speaking about what you feed your pet, and then she spoke about it a certain type of way, and she said, son, barley and something, barley, leaf real, leaf real, walk away journey. It's all type of funny things she was saying and something, she was saying this, and then she tried to, you have stalkers that stalk my children of the leaves, and then you have stalkers that really stalk families of martial arts a certain type of way. So you got to be very careful, because other people can't learn their sacredcy, and then they're doing things to try to learn their sacredcy. So you got to be very careful with those type of individuals that's doing that, because they might be endangering international security a certain type of way. So if you see them endangering international security, you got to be very careful, because they'll go after individuals' habitation before ahead of time certain people get there. And then you know how you have fraternities and certain people be off a certain type of way. They don't want another person get into a certain place because they're already off, and you're going to notice the reality of a certain sequencing, and then you won't see it when it comes to them, but you'll know it on somebody else. That's the real situation, and then that'll be able to save your life. And then if you have people just committing rapes, players club sceneries like the movie every day, and chicks that sabotaging other 240 to stop again. Chicks that sabotage another chick's life, then you'll see what I'm speaking about. But anyway, man, the camera stopped again also, you see, look at this. And I'm showing you the time already. So, and sanitation's already off, because I put away one of the astrological empresses a certain type of way, because the truck kept following me and venting off foul fragrances when I was in New York. And then they didn't want me to get away, because they were trying to confuse my reality and fuck up my intent. And I don't know if Sanitation Empress was trying to warn me about something. I just put her away a certain type of way, because, it was too foul, her habitation. And then you had probably people learning some type of around the time I was in the Titan space before I left New York, I'm obligated to tell you these type of things. So I set the space in a Titan Triple Crown space at the time, and when I was in New York around a Mill Basin area. And then you had sanitation coming to me, so a certain type of way of people that was probably already committing crimes. And one time I was on Avenue I in Flatbush, the sanitation truck turned into a post office truck, and it was giving people mail. And then a person was trying to say, you know how people say, oh, this nigga crazy. So I'm not crazy. I know what I'm speaking about, because I'm the one that made the metaphysics science. Another person might think I'm crazy. Good for you, because I'm looking at the situation like, yo, listen, this is gonna be what's gonna fool you a certain type of way, because this shit is moving like a Stargate a certain type of way with some bad stink pussy. And I'm the real Orion Pax, because this is why my face is on the pyramid, because I told you, You know, you guys see Voltron and all type of other situations. So I'm the real Orion Pax from the Transformer cartoon. So you got to be very careful. Another person's telling you about me a certain type of way. This is my private social economic system. You have individuals. I'm the one married to all astrological empresses. You got Optimus Prime and them was jealous of me a certain type of way. The old primes. Megatron was mad because of me. I separated from his mother a certain type of way, and he just wanted me to be with his mother. But he wasn't stressing it. Megatron, he wasn't stressing certain things a certain type of way. Certain Bumblebee and them, they played like good guys that was sabotaging individuals' lives because individuals was just thinking about the wrong type of sexual conduct with individuals and manipulating the physical reality. It was so real. You had individuals, even a social gang back in the days called Decepticons, and I didn't want to tell you the other parallel reality because the situation was so real that another individual was already looking for individuals a certain type of way, and then you had individuals that tried to murder international security in ancient times, leading up to a place called pre-prime trends that was of the reason, one of the real reasons of the Galactical War also, because they tried to murder my children and stuff, and they wanted to know, it's like what they're doing right now. You have certain things that happen in the paradigm. There's nothing new under the sun. It just keeps happening in a cycle of physics a certain type of way, and then you'll see the habitation of the people of distinct emotions and people with the high physics. This is why I had to humble my physical reality just to even be able to even touch a girl gently a certain type of way, because I didn't want to make the instant reality, because I don't want people doing certain magic and then when I'm touching them, the instant reality just happens a certain value, because I'm a man of all nothing but value. So the value base of their reality is instant, and then they just jump. It's just like getting how can I say this, advance or credit because I'm the one that pays the credit. So it's like getting an advance or credit or some type of miracle where you get some money or some type of way, and it's oh my god, and then you're not supposed to have ugly people around me. So because I only do this for people of higher quality, I don't do this for ugly people. So the people might have targeted me through the system at a certain time, and they just did some in time Justin Timberlake situation, came back after me on some pre-crime situation, trying to cover it up, and then fucking up the equality where I'm supposed to be recovering, because that means another person went after international security. So, I'm not dealing with no Star Wars type of situation because I'm supposed to go back up. Like, I'm a literal star being. So, I got to go back up. I'm not supposed to be here too long, and then I own these planets. So, this is why this is another reason why I'm not going to be here a certain type of way. And then you have people that already did wrong in their habitation, and I didn't refine them, and then they having sex with other men that fucked up the astrological tree, and then I'm out. Star beings already know. They're just waiting for me, And it's nothing but a cockfight up there sometimes.
To return to her hometown of Minot and provides consultations for general and high-risk obstetrics, minimally invasive surgery, pelvic pain.
So these are people using my YouTube to warn people in other social economic system levels about how to do some Star Wars, and I'm over here trying to educate international security. They trying to signal people through my television sequences, trying to say they're wrong, and then people that stalkerish mentality did wrong already, and then you look at the quality of their habitation. Some of them are already people raw down, and some people already Then I'm moving, I'm repairing individuals. Listen, I don't want to tell you about the things I do a certain type of way, so stop. You see breaking stories. You hear the bitch?
Major power play by the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi pulling.
This is a stink bitch. The fucking Kardashian bitches. The bitches that Wonder Woman and all that. Stupid bitch.
But I'm not spending $500,000 on a watch. I don't care.
Here we go. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man, your panty sniffers. Oh man, you got the wrong panty sniffers. And then the nigga, it don't even be the nigga. And then the nigga nervous because another nigga gonna look bad a certain type of way. And then you got little injuries that hurt niggas in their habitation. Oh, I don't want to tell you, man. Yo, other niggas chain snatching ass. Oh, see? The stink bitch. Look. Nigga don't even want. Nigga, they're like dangerous ass.
Lakes. Check out all the heavy snow that is already.
Yes, ma'am.
Rick McConnell. She said, uh-oh. The nigga might have figured it out. She said, the nigga, oh, man. She said, nigga, know your name. She's like, a long time ago in a galaxy far away. Okay, what happened? Oh, she said, there's nothing else to say after that. She said, the system said stop. Oh, man. Oh, man. My wife might have been a portal star a certain type of way and stuff, making her family consciousness happen until somebody let them know and seen what certain other things, and then next thing you know, a person. Listen. You ever had a cell phone and you look at certain things in front of somebody a certain type of way, but they're not sure about what they're seeing, but they already been trying to see somebody's privacy, like they've been spying on somebody a certain type of way. And then you have you ever had people that chessmate somebody or they play chess and then they do it in a certain type of way. They play video games and they set themselves up in different positions because their quality of life is a certain type of way. So they go off their own little adventures according to the system of the time sequencing. And then the people they go. You got to be careful with the way they position themselves in time and stuff. So I don't want to get into it. Today's the 20. Listen, January 23rd, 2019. Man. I don't want to get too much into it, but And then you fucking Wonder Woman bitch. The continuance of the fucked up habitation of chicks that broke into other people's astrological tree and that caused the infection, and it'll be a broad sight scenery a certain type of way, and then the bitch telling you, oh, she's a part of Zeus lineage in a certain other type of way, and then they're looking for a certain habitation, and then, a nigga be on some, I'ma just, you know what it is, my nigga? I feel sorry for this social economic group that called themselves like Skull and Bone before, right? Them niggas endangered their life. They was not learning certain things a certain type of way after that. Because certain things happen a certain type of way that caused the individual to be of a certain type of acknowledgement. Some people have a certain form of acknowledgement, some people don't. But because of the thing that happened a certain type of way, they weren't a part of the situation until, it had to have been a certain type of way. Then a person says, what happened with your situation a certain type of way? What are you talking about? I'm the natural God. I'm a man. I'm the reason of your social economic education and even form. So another person looking at something or whatever is something else. I don't got to think about the receptiveness of individuals because another individual is like, yo, you got to come back to something a certain time. No, I don't. Because my timing is different from somebody else. Don't worry about me. There's no such thing as time when it comes to me, literally. And I'm the only one that really literally can say that. Another person will tell you that, you just can't know their time and shit. Me, you try to figure out my time, and I'll be, thank you. Thank you, there we go. You know what I'm saying? There you go. You guys want to get that? You want to get that nigga, whoever's trying to, So, be very careful. Be very careful of the things that you do with certain individuals because I don't really want to get into a situation with individuals a certain type of way. So, I'll let you know ahead of time. Be very careful with other individuals. I'm a different man. I'm just a man that just wants to live my life a simple type of way, and I'm recovering. I'm not going to be telling people certain things and how to run the social economic system. I might be one of the most wonderful individuals when it comes to revenue and equality, and I do it naturally. So, I'm the one that made the reason of your higher intellect. I'm a real star being. So I already done told you that. I may have been covering my tracks a certain type of way, made it easier for other people. But you ever heard the story of King David? I was already on the front lines. So you don't really wanna go about my situation a certain type of way. Another person wants me to know something, but by the time I figure it out, it might be too late for them, and then they might have worn down emotions already. So I'm not gonna bother another person's type of equality just to just because the ignorance of other people. So I'm not gonna do funny things. So another person might be comfortable with certain things that's happening for them a certain type of way, or they might be feeling a discomfort at a time, and then they just want me to realize something to fix my quality a certain type of way. I already told you, by the time I'm in before I turn 40, well, when I turned 40 around them times, because of what America did, they still owe me my money. They gotta pay me somehow. They gotta find me to pay me. And if they don't, people are going to be watching that type of acknowledgement. So, me, I had caretakers, I had international security. I don't worry about certain things. And I had a real regard. So, a person, I don't give a fuck what happens, they got to pay me, but I'm moving out of America. It don't make no sense because I'm not getting locked up. You're not gonna court. You're not gonna. I'm telling you, I'm gonna use this as evidence because you're not gonna try to put me in a form of entrapment and cause me to try to go to. You ain't gonna put me in jail or cause me to try to go to jail for stupid reasons when you're supposed to be paying me. So, anybody you see, they go your train guy again. So if anybody doing funny things, you're not setting me up. It's just like I'm not gonna get into your stink bad marriages or your stink pussy bitches or your niggas ex-girlfriends that just wanna fuck up other people's equality. Last night I already washed my ass, woke up this morning, took a little rest. I went to sleep at a certain time and I'm just going to get something for myself and keep it moving. I don't give a fuck what another person says. So I'm moving out of America before I hit the age of 40, or when I hit 40, and then that's it. Wow. I already came up with weapons for, look, and then you see? Then I'm not gonna show you another person's measurement a certain type of way, but I already came up with weapons for international security, even on the level of physics, for they could be able to regard themselves even if I wasn't around a certain type of way that would have developed the quality of their mind. So I'm not gonna be, look at this. Be real with you, man. The phone died. I had to come and charge the phone again before I stepped out. So showing you what I was showing you and stuff. You gotta watch. Y'all watch these individuals and shit that be trying to creep up on me and shit. But yo, let me tell you something. It's just like, last night I was telling the guy how to read Asian and stuff. Like I was showing this kid, he's a wonderful kid and stuff. He has a certain type of descent. He don't look like he look like he fits the quality, but I don't think he's Asian a certain type of way. But I was showing him like about how you read Asian in certain sequences a certain type of way. But another person never gonna figure that out because it's different for everybody. I was just telling him a minor situation, just how to look at the situation and how you read it. But I didn't gonna tell him. I explained to him how to really read it all the way. So he probably was just wondering about the situation. And then I was speaking about physics where individuals be comfortable with wild emotions and stuff from things that they already did with my children, but you're not supposed to have a certain type of emotions in certain socioeconomic areas a certain type of way, especially when dealing with certain habitation. A person says, where do you go to conduct stuff like that? You gotta go, certain wildlife has to go towards the south to conduct certain things a certain type of way. I'm not a person that's gonna be flipping around doing no type of funny situations, so you gotta be careful. So the Zodiacs, the reason why they fucked up is because the point of their acknowledgement was wrong a certain type of way and they thought they were doing something right, but some of them may have knew that and then the others didn't, so the quality was fucked up, and then you have people with wild emotions, and then you wonder about coyotes and shit, people trying to learn the Chinese calendar. I know the difference, bro. Look. I don't want to have to hurt your little doggy and shit. No, 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 no. My motherfucking business. Wild emotions and niggas want to run around butt naked like they want to have their little fucking party and shit, you know? Jailbird ass niggas and shit. Another nigga gunshots. A nigga following a regiment of Star Wars. All he know, he just see the planet and he just want to come bark and shit, right? Better be careful of them niggas, man. You know, I got something to tie him up too, so be careful. Be careful, man. So, you know, look, he going back. He has to go recuperate all, man. I gotta think about that. So I came back again. I had to charge my phone after the dog was barking. Yo, listen, ain't nobody gonna. I don't want to be a part of your wolf pack. I don't give a fuck about your lion paw. So don't think you're gonna have me think I'm gonna join a fraternity or some type of skull and bones, and then you're gonna give me wild emotions so I could go doctor your emotions a certain type of way. Like you're gonna try to strip everything away from my life and then try to rob me, and then I have to get it back a certain type of way. Thinking you think you're gonna do the Adam story to me? Oh, you fucking stupid. If you, oh, you, Adam had a friend from the Moses, the one that woke up Moses and showed Moses who he was and then have to go back and all that. Fuck you. Yo, fuck you if you thought that shit, man. Because you ain't doing that shit to me. I had to literally come back. And either way, I'm getting pussy, nigga. Because it's 3:12 right now. Either way, I'm getting pussy. So it don't even matter, my, yo, my nigga. You ain't doing none of your lying all fake routine to me. You're fucking. If you think that you're gonna send me on a journey like you're my parent, then fuck you. And my wife wouldn't even do that because my wife ain't no hoe bitch. And anybody was a hoe bitch had nothing to do with me because I'm not doing nothing for certain people no more. That's it. You fucking stink, bitch. You know? You ever heard Rockefeller? It ain't even about dollars. You better niggas gonna start wilding if you don't get that advance up. I don't give a fuck, nigga. You should have known this rock in here. I don't give a fuck about your horse stink pussy bitch that done fucked everybody and gave everybody a dick disease a certain type of way. Fuck you, good for you. Fucking die with that stupid stink pussy bitch. You Shabbat stink bitch. Fuck out of here, man. I'm just letting you know physics. And on top of it, it's still January 23rd, 2019, telling you about international security, the funny commercial with your witchcraft bitch that went after international security a certain type of way that tried to fuck them live on television in front of their face to the core. That's fucked up. You stupid motherfuckers. Good for you. And I don't give a fuck about your dogs. I don't give a fuck about your lion paw. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm already handling them niggas. I don't give a fuck what's happening in a certain type of way. And you ain't stripping me. Something happens to me, fucking up. Yo, man, nigga. You're already butt naked. Get used to the life, nigga. Fuck you.